Hey everybody, it's Murphy Gray Hunter, and it is July 11th, and we are, what time is it? It's almost 1:45 in the morning. I just got off the phone talking with my husband. It's always a good thing, because I love talking to my husband. You guys know my husband is overseas, so his phone calls are super important to me. So anyway, I want to show y'all the stuff that I bought when we were witchy shopping. This past Saturday we went, myself and my daughter and my company that's staying. She lives in Florida, and we all in the coven we're always talking about the witchy shops and stuff, and she always sees videos and pictures that we post, and so I took her to some of the shops. So I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about the shops. The first shop we went to was well, before that I took her to a place here in, well, not where I live, but in Round Rock, which is right outside where I live. You have Austin and you have surrounding areas, and Round Rock is one of them. And there is a place called the Antique Mall, and I love the Antique Mall. So this is something I've been thinking about too. The Antique Mall, it's like a huge warehouse, right? And they have little spaces that you can rent. So if you are a person who likes to go to garage sales, or you collect antiques or estate sales, those are the best places to go to, like an estate sale. And you buy these things and you take them home and you fix them up, polish them up, whatever it is that you need to do. Then you can rent a little spot from this shop, and you go and you can set it up any way you want. You can put, curtains, you can put tables, you can decorate it. Each little individual spot is decorated so cute. Anyway, so you go and you decorate your spot, and then you bring all of your items. And so they put labels on every item that you buy, and it has, oh, sorry guys, my allergies, my face from here is always like so itchy. Like I want to stick my hands inside my face and anyway, so they put on the tag like from what little lot it came from, because every tag has a different buyer. Every spot is a different buyer. So anyway, I really would love, because I love going to garage sales, and I like thrifting, and I love all that stuff. Sometimes I find great things and I'm like, but I don't need it. And so I'll like buy it and give it to somebody that I think might need it, just because I like to buy it. But I was thinking about renting a little place from them. Well, first going to estate sales. Where I live, we have a lot. I live in an elderly community. It's mostly, I shouldn't say that. There are more elderly people here where I live. Anyway, so they're always having estate sales, because sadly, there's always somebody dying, right? I know it's sad, right? But anyway, and you can look in the paper and find estate sales, whatever. So anyway, oh, sorry, I was reading a message. You can go and you can purchase some great stuff. So I would go and I would purchase a bunch of stuff, and then once I had a good amount of things, then I would rent a space. So they sell it for you, and they keep a percentage of it, and then you make money. You know what I mean? So they sell it for. I really like that idea. But the whole point of that story was that I took her there because I had bought some other stuff there. And anyway, so I took her there, and we looked. It took us about a couple hours to go through the whole store. So many cute things. They have this one book there I really wanted, and it was $60. $60 for this little book. It wasn't little, it was a good sized book. It was all about Austin, Texas, and the history, because Austin is about 30-40 minutes from me. It's like our main place where we've lived. And they have this book, and it shows you like I love history, and I love to see old pictures, and they have so many old photographs of Austin and places that there used to be homes there, and now they're like businesses and stuff there. I love that type of stuff. And but you could take that and you can go to the front and ask them, hey, can you call this buyer and asked them if they would be willing to take this much for this book. And if that book has been there for a while and no one has purchased it, they may settle for like, okay, you can have it for like I would spend $45 on that book, because the information in there is something that I really, really want. But then they also had a book in the same spot. They had a book on, I can't really remember the name of the book, but it's some kind of Bible book. And they were selling that one for $25. And I'm like, I bought this book at half-price books for $1. So, you know, sometimes I think I could find that type of book a lot cheaper. I just need to look. Oh, crap. I should have, like, took a picture of it, because I probably could have found it on Amazon. Such a ding-dong. Anyway, why don't these great ideas hit me when I'm there? So the whole purpose of that story was that I took her there and I bought this. She bought something. I can't remember what she bought. You know, I just don't know. She bought something, but I bought this book for $4. And then here is the back. I'm sure it's missing the back cover. Maybe this is the back cover, because you have the bound, that little plastic, what the hell is this? The binding of this, that the glue is coming off. See, kind of goes like that. Anyway, I bought this little lovely book, The Fairy Queen, by Edmund Spencer, for $4. And I'm not sure how old this book is, but it does have a little, because I was looking, I'm like, I don't see anything unless I'm so blind that I can't see it. But I don't see anything. And it has here that he died in 15... Oh, let me see. It has that old book smell, you know, that book smell that we all love. That all of us book lovers love so much. Let me see. I have a, it says here he was born in London in 1552 and he died in 1599. So I have no idea. I'll have to read this book more. I just haven't. But I bought it because you know how much I love the Fae, and I thought that was a great book. And I love old books. In half-price books, there's one main one in South Lamar in Austin, and they have a rare book area. You walk in there and you can find like really rare books, but some of them are kind of pricey. But anyway, at that antique shop, they had an Alex Haley Roots book, and they were selling it for $140. I'm like, I have one of those, and I bought that one half-price books for $5.99 because the sticker's still on there. So I'm like, So anyway, I bought that, but this wasn't part of Saturday's deal. So we went Saturday. The first place we went to was the Herb Bar, and that the Herb Bar is on West Mary Street in Austin. That store is a pagan base store, and from them I bought 3 things. I bought this Chinese opal egg. I love these Chinese opal eggs, and if y'all don't know what these are, you put this in a glass of water. It could be any type of water. It doesn't have to be like a special enchanted magical water. It could be regular tap water. You put it like in a glass container, a bowl, whatever. And it absorbs a negative energy and it dispels it into the water. So as it absorbs, it releases it into the water, and so when the water becomes murky and dirty and whatever, you just dump it, rinse it, and then you fill it back up. So I have one on my kitchen, where I wash dishes right here. I have a window, the little, help me now, y'all know what I'm thinking. You know, that thing there. That's where I have it in a little cup. So I got this for $3. But I bought 2 because I'm going to put one in my witchy room. No, actually, I have one in my witchy room. I have one on my altar. So, but I have 2. So that one, I bought another one from another shop. That was $3. And then I bought this adrenal support herbal tea. The girl was talking to me about something, and I'm like, you know, she was trying to sell her stuff, which I get it, you know. And she asked me, You know, I don't know what she asked me. And I said something to her about my memory is bad. It really is. You know, my kids call me Dory. My mermaid, my mermaid, my memory is horrible. And, you know, I had this friend tell me, if you keep saying it's going to be horrible, it's going to be horrible forever. I'm like, well, I can think it, not say it, but it's still going to be pretty damn horrible. Anyway, so this is the place, the herb bar. And anyway, so she was telling me, and I said something about my memory. She was like, oh, you know, that's usually has to deal with the kidneys and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, great. She goes, that means, she goes, when you have a horrible memory, that means there's something wrong with your kidneys. And I'm like, great, because, you know, I told you I'm a worrier at heart. And, oh, I know what it was. She had these necklaces. She sold these necklaces, and they were really, they had these symbols on them. And she said, this one is for if you worry, if you have a lot of stress. This was that for. And so she had this, like, I hate cleavage, guys. Like, I can't with cleavage. It looks like a backward ass to me, okay? You guys, you know, I keep it real. If I offend anybody, I'm truly sorry. But I'm just telling you how Murphy Grey Hunter feels, okay? Nobody else. But I hate when they have low-cut shirts, and it's different when it's cleavage when you have smaller boobs. But when you have ginormous boobs and they're like, it looks like a butt. Anyway, sorry, that was really TMI. But the reason why I was telling you this is because she goes, let me show you. I'm wearing one right now. As she peels it from inside of her crevices. Bam. I'm like, whoa. Thanks for sharing. And I said, no, I don't stress like that. I tuck that back in. I'm not a stressor like that. I said, I just have a bad memory. And then she goes, oh, well, that means... No, I said, I'm not a stressor. I'm a worrier. I worry. I worry about everything. That's just... My husband said, I don't worry. Because I know you worry enough for both of us. And he's right. I worry about every single thing. I do. It's just how my nature. So she goes, oh, you're a worrier? That has something to do with your... It was either my worrying or my memory. Because shit, I can't remember. But she goes, that has something to do with your kidneys. And I'm like, great. Because now I have something else to worry about. Thank you. Anyway, long story short, she says, if you buy this tea, it'll help with your memory. Or with my kidneys. Or with something that I cannot remember what this tea is going to help me with. I'll have to call them and ask them again. Or read about it. She said it's a sweet tea. And you know, you can't go wrong with tea, right? You just can't. But I have bought lots of tea from like Tivana. And that smells amazing. This smells okay. Can y'all see that? Oh, that lamp is hot. How am I going to do this? Such a ding dong, I swear. You know, I have some photography lights. And I just don't use them. Anyway. You can't see it, but there's some tea in here. And it just smells like regular black tea. It doesn't really smell like, it doesn't smell like, you know, like my other ones from Tivana, that smell like coconut and strawberry and stuff like that. But it smells very herbally. See that? So I will have to either look it up or call them and be like, remember me, the one that can't remember jack crap? Yeah. Can you tell me again what this tea is good for before I drink it? But I bought that for $6. Then they had a lot of books. Now that place is super, super cute. If you have not seen the herb bar, it's a house. And it's all decorated with ivies that grow all over the walls on the outside of the house. I'm gonna post pictures. I think I got a picture of the house of the ivies. But anyway, after this you'll see the pictures from all of the shops, okay? And so anyway, it's super cute. It's like it's a house and they turned it into a shop, which a lot of places here in Austin do that. Or in Austin do that. Anyway, so when you go in, they have like a bunch of essential oils, and they were like, she was taking me over there. She's like, oh, she's a stressor. She needs something for stress. I'm like, I am not a stressor. I'm a worrier. It's a complete difference. Well, you know, in my part. And so I said, no, no, no. I'm either buying tea or some drops. Which one do you want me to buy? Because I ain't buying both. And so she had a bunch of like, you know, essential oils and like ointments and things like that that they make with their oils. And then they have like soap, and they have a bunch of, on this side, they have a bunch of angelic tarot decks and fortune cards and oracle cards, all on angels. And then they have like some books and stuff on angels. And then they have the cash register. And then on this side, they have more of the chakra cards. They have tarot decks and stuff on the chakras and information on chakras and jewelry and a little bit of jewelry pertaining to chakras, right? Are in this little area. And then all on that back wall, they have a bunch of other miscellaneous stuff like hygiene products and things like that. And then in the very back part of that one area, it's full of tarot decks. Just lots and lots of different tarot decks. They had a tarot deck there, and it said Witchlings. It was so super cute. I should have bought it, but I didn't. Anyway, they're really cute. They had a little bitty white Rider tarot deck about this big, and it goes like the keychain. So cute. And then in this, they go into this other little room, and they have like tons of big jars of loose herbs. So, you know, mugwort and incense and sage and this and that. They have it all, so you don't have to buy prepackaged stuff. So if you want an ounce of this and an ounce of that and 2 ounces of that, you can do that. They weigh it all out, and everything's displayed really pretty. And then they have a bunch of crystals, and in the middle they have a bunch of like tea kettles, and they have tea kettles, and they have like teacups with the little oh Lord, help me with the word, because I don't know what the little tea, the majiggy thing that you put the tea in. Please help me. What is that thing called? Anyway, y'all guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's been a long day. Anyway, so they have some of those, and then like the little tea balls, but it's like made for the cup. Anyway, and then they have a bunch of Native American stuff on one shelf, like books and tarot cards, and so everything pertaining to Native Americans on one side. And then they have like the coils for your crystals, and then they have more cards, and like little books, and it's really, really super cute. So I saw 3 Native American herbal books that I wanted. And it's so funny because the 3 that I thought I wanted, and that girl came and she explained each book. Like, that's one thing I really like. She brought the book and she said, this book is about this, and she explained it. If you're looking for, this book talks about medicinal plants, but it also talks about their history and their little stories on them. And then this one is about this and this. So she goes, what is it that you're trying to find? And I said, well, I want a book talking about herbs, more of the Native American herbs, and all about them, how to use them, when to pick them, you know, how to harvest them, dosages, blah, 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 blah. And she goes, this is the book you want. And this is a book that I wasn't even looking at. And I'm like, this is not one of the books that I want. These 3 here. And so she goes, and so she explained those other 3. This was like 19, where's the price? Where's the price? Where's the price? I'm not only am I deaf and can't speak, but I can't see. $19.95. So this one is The Medicinal Plants of the American Southwest by Charles W. Kane. So I like this book. It's so informative. I love this. Let's get to a section where I can show you. Like I want a double page spread so I can just like, okay, here's one. Elephant tree. Ooh, this is good because I bought some elephant tree at one of the Botanicas. No. I think one of, and I didn't know what the hell to use it for. So now it tells me. I just so happened that I opened it. So it's elephant tree, and it has kind of like the other names that it's known by. The description of it, the distribution of it, which is really important. The chemistry, medicinal usages of it, and indications, how to collect it, how to prepare it, the dosages, cautions and other uses. I really, really like that. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. I am so hungry right now. It's always about 3 o'clock. Well, it's not 3 o'clock yet, but at 3 o'clock, my stomach goes, hey, feed me. Because I'm used to working at night. And even though I'm not working at night anymore, my stomach no longer knows that. So what I do is I drink a whole bottle of water and say, that's all you're getting. So this came with photographs. You know how much I love photographs. Anyway, not very many, but just a little section. So this was a really, really good book. So that's all that I bought at the herb bar. Then we went to Cantu's. I always say Cantu's, but I think it's Cantu's. Magical Imports. And they are a Mexican botanica and brujeria and santeria type of stuff, right? So we went there, and because it was like right down the street. And I'm not a huge fan of that shop, only because I feel that the practitioner there, he is very well known in Austin as a curandero. He does a lot of healing. He does a lot of spell work. He does card readings. You know, his card readings, I do like his card readings. I've gone to him with a couple of people for card readings, and he gives you a very thorough reading. It's not timed, like some readers will time you, like you get 15 minutes, and if you want another 2 minutes because you're desperate for what I'm about to tell you, it's going to be another $20. Then he's not like that. It's one fee. I think it's like $45. I think it's 45 or 35. I can't remember. But anyway, I know y'all like, girl, drink that tea. But anyway, so he lays a bunch of cards out, and he'll tell you a blonde-haired woman with blue eyes is going to come to you, and she's going to offer you this and this. And a brown man with brown eyes is going to come in this way. And there's a woman here, and she has brown hair, and you know, like he gives you like, and then after you're done, you're like, wow. Like me, I'll be like, wait a minute, I need to record this because I'm going to forget after the second person. He lets you record it, and then he'll talk to you until you understand everything he's told you. I do like his card readings. And he is very good at what he does. However, these are practitioners that I feel, in my opinion, take advantage of people who are desperate for help in spell work. Okay, so when people come to him for spell work, I think, or for any practitioner, when someone comes to you and offers to pay you for your services, is because they are at a desperate time in their life that they really need help, you know. And he overcharges. There was something that my husband needed done, and he was going to charge my husband like $2,500. And after I heard the reading and I heard all the people that were involved in this, I told my husband, let's go to another shop. And I got all the ingredients for $40, and I was able to do it and get it done. But his card reading did help me with that. So the card reading was very well worth it. But to charge somebody that much for services, that's just crazy. And then I had another person go for something else, and they were going to charge them $1,700. And the supplies were like $30. And I know it's not about the supplies. It's actually about the working and everything that he does, and the praying and the chanting and everything that he does. I get all that, and I respect all that. However, I don't think that $1,700 or $2,500 or whatever he charges other people is right. I mean, I understand you have to make a living, but damn, I think that's like preying on people who are so desperate. That's what I don't like, you know. But that's just my opinion, you know. So I'll put pictures of his place. When we went in there, I remember going in there some time ago, and but now it's a little different. He has mostly all of his shop now is all on Santísima Muerte. He's got a huge altar of Santísima Muerte. A bunch of different statues and a lot of candles and money and all kinds of offerings there. And then he has another big altar for Virgin Mary. And he has Virgin Mary, and he has Jesus, and he has a bunch of candles and all kinds of things. But he has a bunch of Santísima Muerte statues and all kinds of stuff based for her. That's all that's throughout the shop. And then he sells like 7-day glass candles, floor washes, magical baths. He sells soaps and dried herbs and tons and tons of oils and other things. A lot of Santísima Muerte jewelry and things like that. I wanted to buy, and I don't know, I'm gonna have to ask my buddy about these cards. I'm gonna ask Luis, because there are these cards that mostly Mexican Americans use for their readings. Well, the ones that I've had, they've used these cards, and I'm not, for me to say that it's only a Mexican American thing, it's only because they're in Spanish. That's why I say that. So I don't want to offend anyone. So maybe let me reword that. There are some cards that are in Spanish that I want to get, and they're not really words, but they're images. And I see a lot of card readers that are Hispanic, use these cards. And I don't know if it's just, again, I can't really put a race to it, because it's just a few people that I have seen that are Hispanic have had them. And I really want them, but I don't know what they're called. And so I'll have to look and ask. But anyway, while I was there, he was sitting there in the middle with this other woman. And he was like looking at my friend. Well, Jade went and sat on the, he has a couch and a TV. She went and threw herself on the couch because it was hot as hell outside. It was like 110 outside. And she was just like, ooh, it's nice and cool in here. So she went in there, and it's really tiny shop. Like literally it's like tiny, tiny. And so he's sitting in the middle talking to some woman. And he's looking at my friend like, who is this white girl up in here? You know, like that kind of look, you know. And she's like, please don't look at me. She's so sweet. And and so we were like looking around, and you know, he just kept looking, and you know, I said hello, how are you, whatever. And then I was looking at the candles, and I said, I really don't need anything because I'm fully stocked. You guys know I have tons and tons of candles, and I normally do not like to buy 70 glass candles if I don't need them. Anyway, he kept saying that I needed this one candle. And I looked at it and I'm like, it's in Spanish. I don't know anything about this candle. The 33 Essence. That's what he says this means. And I was like, he goes, so smell it. And so I'm like, it smells like Starburst to me. It smells so good though. But it's like a little bit of everything, right? These smell wonderful. I mean, just for the sheer pleasure of the smell, right? But anyway, he's like, this is what you need. This is what you need. You know, what I hadn't even talked to this man about what I'm doing, what's coming up, the ideas that I'm working, none of that. He was just like, you're going to need this candle. This candle will take care of everything you need. So for my Spanish reading family, here we go. I hope that's like not too blurry. Let me see. Does that help? And I go, I don't know what this is, I don't know. And he's like, give me the candle and I'll read it to you. And he read every single thing. And he had me like at the first few things, right? And I was just like, here, if y'all want to take a screenshot so y'all can see what that says. Anyway, so he was like, yeah, you need... So basically for me, Mr. Cantu doesn't give free advice because, everything... If you want to see him, you have to pay. And he was giving me free advice. He kept telling me, you need this candle and take this money candle. And everything that I'm about to do requires help in all of these things. Yes, sir. I could use help in all of these things. I find one or two things hell, probably more than one or two things in each column that is fit for what I'm going to do. So yes, sir, I will take it. If you're giving me free advice, sir, I'm going to take it. Y'all that love money so much, I'm going to take it. So, I still remember. Abre las puertas. I believe he said open doors. Abre caminos. Road opener. But he said. I'm like, Amor. My amor is good, sir. But thanks. Saca lo malo. Saca lo malo. I don't remember what that means. Ven a mí. I know that means come to me because I know that's a candle. I'm like, again, sir, unless that's going to be success, money, and abundance, you can come to me all you want. But my amor, and ven a mí is quite good. I think this is attraction. Azaro con todo. This one looks like it's spelled abundance. Abundancia. So I'm thinking that's abundance. Anyway, and dinero, because I could probably read dinero in any freaking language you give me. Not that I'm money hungry, but you have to have money in this world, right, to do anything. Anyway, so he's reading all these to me, and I was just like, yes, I could use that. Oh, yes, yes. So since he was giving me advice, I bought one, and I bought two. So I bought two of those, and those were like $8. So expensive. And then he told me that I need this money one, and this one was $9.50. My daughter has used this, and she's always had great luck with this. And then he was telling me, I use this. This brings good luck to me. This has always worked. And he had these burning, like in his store on that big shrine with Virgin Mary. He goes, you see, I use them all the time. I'm burning them right now. I'm like, all right, mister, I'm buying these candles. And I hope I better have all of that stuff that you talked about coming my way. He just laughs at me like, go buy your shit and go. So anyway, that's all I bought there. Then we went to down the street to Ancient Mysteries. Ancient Mysteries is more of a Wiccan based store. And what did I buy there? I bought, okay, from there I bought, what did I buy from there? I bought a book. Where is that book? Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm like, am I losing my mind? Because I thought I lost it a long time ago. All right. When I was there, hold up. Wait a second. I'm looking for one more thing. I know y'all like, this chick is never prepared. And y'all would be right. Oh, it's right here. I swear. There's something wrong with me. Alright, when I was there, I bought these are my favorite incense in the world. Okay, guys? The Song of India Temple. They smell so good. I have the little cologne, the little roll of cologne. These are... I thought, never mind. You know what? Just never mind. These smell so good. These are my favorite incense. But they were $4. Oh God. Oh, made my face itch more. Love those. And I bought Ancient Mysteries. It's a Wiccan-based store, and they're a little more expensive. And then I bought this book. I've been trying to collect all these little books. This one on Lughnasa or Llamas. Lughnasa or Llamas, however you pronounce it, but that's what's going to be coming up. We celebrate this like July 31st through August 1st, or like I think the first full moon of August or something. But anyway, I bought this because I'm trying to buy all these little books, this particular series. I have one on my reader, and then I have one, but I'm gonna purchase these. And this was $11, and you can get them on Amazon for just about that. Anyway, so I bought that, and that's all I bought from there because they are expensive there, and I really didn't need anything. And inside their shop, they do like the witches cloaks, they do the witches balls, they sell the little wax and seal, they do crystals, they have a bunch of statues, more like Wiccan based deities and gods and goddesses. They have jewelry, they have like silver jewelry, and then they have jewelry with stones in them, and then they have a bunch of random things from Lucky Mojos. A lot of her products in there are from Lucky Mojos, like coffin nails, a lot of sorry guys, I don't have any water up here. I drank it all. They have a lot of Lucky Mojos products, so they have like the coffin nails, and they have just a gnat in here, just random things, right? Little things here and there, not a lot, just a few things. And then on the other side, they have more of the votive candles, and then they have the Song of India cologne, and the cone incense, and then they have the clothes in the middle, which is the cloaks and the tapestries, and then on the back they have all the Lucky Mojo candles and more tapestries and image candles and things like that. Not very many, but some. And then on the back corner they have books. She has a lot of great books, and I have a lot of those books, but she has a great variety of books, I must say. Expensive as hell, but because she charges a little more. And then in the back wall here is full of herbs, bags of herbs, and then she has like a incense cart. So lots of herbs, lots of oils. I do like the oils that she sells. They're from Lucky Mojos. I love the oils from Lucky Mojos because they're not like the ones that I've been showing y'all, like that I got from Fiesta. The ones that you have no clue, could just be water and dye, you don't know. Lucky Mojos actually has the ingredients on there. You can see all that they're fixed and dressed with stuff inside of them. Maybe not fixed and dressed, but they have actual ingredients in there. They have herbs in them. If I was to buy oils, I would get them from Lucky Mojos. I like her products. And I said they have lots of different, herbs and stuff. And then she's got like a big room where she does like ceremonial things in there. And they have classes and things like that. And then from there we went to the Green and White store. We went to the Green and White store, and the Green and White store is Ancient Mysteries is off of Ben White in Austin. And the Green and White store is off of East 7th Street in Austin. And the spit it out. The Green and White store is a Mexican botanica shop that specializes in Santeria. It doesn't just specialize, but they are, when I go there, there's always one or two people in there that are all dressed in white, doing their thing. And a lot of the products that they sell there are more like Mexican botanica based stuff. My kind of stuff that I love. So I bought from him a few things. I love the owner. His name is John. He's so nice. If you look under the Green and White store, you will definitely see the video. I made a video on the Green and White store, and then Luis sent me a video last night. We were talking, and he sent me the video that he saw, and it was a great video. John was explaining stuff, and anyway, I think it's called the Botanica, the one that he shared with me. The one that I made is called the Green and White store, and it's in my if you scroll through the videos. Anyway, so I bought a bunch of incense from him because he sells all his incense for $1. I bought a bunch of eucalyptus because I had not seen eucalyptus is one that I just don't see around often. So I bought 4. Then rosemary is another one that I don't see very often. I mean, maybe I just haven't looked for it. Shit, I don't know. But I bought 4 of those. Oh, I bought 5 of those. And then I bought 2 vanilla because I love vanilla. And I bought 2 Egyptian musk. Saucy. And then I bought a sage, because no matter where I go, I always buy sage. I have a bunch of them, but you can never have too much sage, because that's my number 1 herb that I love. And then I bought some lotus stones, and all those incense were $1 each. These lotus stones, he sold me this one for $2, and this little one for $1. And then he's like, get some of the food now, which is the magnetic sand. So when you buy lodestones, you want to make sure that you collect some of the food with it. Now you'll see how the magnetic sand is all around the stone. You want to make sure that if you're picking some, like he has all of his in a big box, and he has a spoon. So he lets you get your stone, and he'll let you scoop up some food. I really like John. He's such a nice guy. So I got that. Then you scared the bejesus out of me over there. Then I bought 2 books from him. I love Andrew. Now, he has a little section, and he sells like a variety of like strange little books. Like it's always like something different when I go. I bought 2 Anna Riva books. And you guys know how much I love Anna Riva. Love her books. This one is the Secrets of Magical Seals. I love working with seals. And you know, I'm like, I think I have this, but I'm not sure because I don't remember. But anyway, doesn't matter because it came home with me. This was $10. And then all of this great information is in there. Right? And then the second book is Candle Burning Magic, a spell book of rituals for good and evil. And this was another $10 by Anna Riva. And this is all the stuff that's in the back of this book, or in the book. I collect a lot of her books, and I like this book because it tells you, like, if you're trying to banish something, it tells you like everything you need. You know, this is like, again, you don't have to use books and go step by step, but it does help you to give you, you know, ideas and stuff. I'm all about books, guys. I'm a book lover. I learn everything from books, and I ain't got no problem somebody calling me you guys already know that. So anyway, I got that. And then the last thing that I got that I was so super excited about is my beautiful, beautiful doll. Look at my doll. Isn't she beautiful? This is not a La Madama, but just a Madama. I hope I'm not saying that incorrectly. Look at those sassy earrings. Sassy. So beautiful. She was just sitting there, and I'm like, her earring. Okay, make sure it doesn't fall. We'll have to fix that. Anyway, there was another one that I was looking at, and then I saw her there, and she's like, take me home, buy me. And so I have to get some information on her because look at her beautiful watermelon dress. She's so pretty. I've never had a doll before, you know, like this before. I know a lot of people have them. I know these are very good to have. I normally do not buy things blindly. Like I felt like I bought her blindly, but when I saw her, it was just spoke out to me like, I need for you to buy me and take me home to your house. And these are very good to have. You know, like I said, she's very, very beautiful. And I love her dress. And so she's going to have a very special place in my room, my witchy room. But I do need to call and get some information because Luis he asked me some questions, and I don't know the answers to those. So I need to find those answers out. And trying to see, I'm not feeling on my doll. but it just feels like there's a separated here in the middle. I don't know if that's the way she was made or what. But anyway, she's a beautiful doll. And like I said, I normally don't go into anything not knowing the history behind it. But she cost me $15. And like I said, these are very good to have in your home. I don't know enough about the history of them, just the very little that I do know. I know that they're very good to have in your home. And so I'm going to watch some videos and learn a little more about her and go from there. But that's what I got from him. Then we went to the last shop we went to was Nature's Treasures. They are a spiritual store. Sorry guys, this video is so long, but I had so much shit to show y'all. It is a spiritual store, and I say spiritual because when you go in, they have witchy stuff on one side, crystals, and they have statues, little statues of fairies, and they have like a little fairy house that they made. It was a little sad fairy house, but they have a little fairy house. And they sell like cups that say Texas and just random things, right? And then in the corner they have lots of crystals and jewelry with crystals in it, singing bowls, and then their registers are here. And then they have this big amethyst, like a huge one that you could like sit in. And then they have all the middle part of the store is all crystals. And then I remember, like I told you, the back room has like a Himalayan salt lamp room where you can go and sit and zen out. And then they have couches, and they have bookshelves with, you know, books and tarot decks, and then Native American stuff. It's really nice. And then they always have like psychic fairs, and then you can go there and get your fortune told and blah blah blah, right? That is a store that someone was trying to steal my child. So I truly believe they were trying to steal my child, and oh Lord, I will stab somebody in the forehead with a fork if I can, if you try to hurt my baby. Okay, let's not open up that wound, shall we? Okay, so there. I love these. Okay, I bought one of these for $4. I'm like, why do y'all like that number? I get these at the Asian market for $1.99, but I wasn't going to the mall because if I go to the mall, I come out spending a lot more, so $4 is good. So I bought that for $4. I bought another egg for $3. Then I bought, yes, more incense, right? Because you can't have enough. Well, I have incense downstairs in my bedroom. I have incense in my witchy room. I have incense downstairs on my home altar. And I have some incense in here. So I bought sandalwood. I love the smell of rose. Just love it. So I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Patchouli and sun. I was burning sun on my altar for Letha, and I really love the smell of it. So I'm definitely going to use it for my altar for Lughnasa. Lughnasa. Sounds like I'm saying, ooh, Mufasa. I know, right? No sense. I'm telling you. Okay, and then I bought some crystals, but I can't show you all the crystals because I'm giving some as a gift. So I cannot show you all of them. So I'm just going to show you what I can. I like buying crystals from them because they're pretty reasonable in price. I bought these 2 pieces of citrine. They look like vampire teeth. I know. I need sleep. These were $1 each. Look how beautiful they are. So pretty. $1 each. I got some red jasper for $1 each. Then I got some amethyst for 50 cents each. And I have some carnelian for 50 cents each. Rose jasper. Ding, ding, ding. Rose quartz for 50 cents each. And selenite for 50 cents each. I am not very, very good with what the hell are these? Crystals. I'm just now learning crystals, and I'm really going to start working with crystals. So I do have some, but not very many. You guys saw my crystal that I have. So I definitely am going. And that shop, Nature's Treasures, is a great place to buy crystals because they have so many crystals at such great prices. So I do like getting my crystals from there. Okay. That's all I bought. I mean, look, that's all I bought, but that's all I got from there. So, yeah. I wanted to show you all that before I put everything away. So, thank you for staying with me on this long-ass video. And I'm going to make another video showing all of my books. Alright, guys. Bye!